Hello and welcome back, CPC fans. I am Acshy, also known as Golden Volcarona, and here today we have Volume with me again
Yo, what's up?
for the Power Rankings, Week 1.
Yeah. So week one was a battle per se because some of the we didn't get to see all the matches because replays went down, so that's always a fiasco.
Yeah,
So
and the matches that weren't seen were Rob versus Hiker, TC versus DD Golden Centurion versus A12, and Joes versus Jake.
yeah,
But
so we don't really know what happened. Well, yeah, we don't really know what
yeah, so we're
happened.
just considering them using the scores.
Yeah. So let's see. So I'm gonna be honest here. I didn't have my most time to do all these PRs, and I'm gonna have to study up for week two. It's gonna be a battle for me because I'm away this weekend, so it's gonna be a battle.
Yeah, allow me to say something before we start the power rankings. So you see, Volume and we did differently for the week one. Volume decided to just base off the teams from the scores and how each person played the game, while I did that, but using the post-draft power rankings as a base. So we'll have kind of different power rankings, if you get what I mean. But that's
Yeah,
why.
I just did my power rankings because I like this because I don't know. I don't think my PRs weren't my post draft wasn't that good, and post draft doesn't take into consider battler. And like I generally know where some of these battlers stand, so generally speaking, so yeah,
Yeah,
I
definitely.
maybe could have put stuff a little bit different, but yeah. All right.
So, do you want to start off with the team that I placed last and that you placed next to last? Chime's team?
Let's start off with Guy Gardevoir's Chime. So Chime played like a boosted animal this week. Like Will just kind of it was versus Will, right? And he just kind of sat there with Tapu Lele, and like when you try to fake out Tapu Lele, it doesn't work because priority doesn't work in psychic terrain. So yeah, that was basically game. After that, like he threw like three mons at fucking Lele, and Lele was like, nah. So that's pretty much what happened with this game. I don't know. I just feel like that is such a huge misplay. Like that's something a misplay I would make. Don't get me wrong. That's definitely what I do all the time. But yeah, no, that's so bad. It's so bad. Don't do it. Oh, so this is one of the matches we did get to see. I
Yeah.
know. I was kind of sad watching that. I was like, damn.
So, if you're wondering what the game was like, it was basically. It started off with Chime getting the advantage by clicking HP ground with Forges against an incoming Heatran. And then Tapulele comes in and Chime goes for fake out, and what Volume explained happened. And Megalopony gets sacked off again, of course. Next, next Chime goes into Nihilego and tries to do damage by clicking Sludge Wave, but it gets sacked off as well.
It's like basically kills everything.
Like,
Kills Forges, kills Lopunny, and then kills fucking.
no, wait, I think that, no, actually, Nihilego comes in and kills off the Lele, and then Dougie comes in and kills off the Nihilego, revenges it.
Yeah.
But with
Well, anyway, we're not here to do fucking weekly
yeah,
recaps.
yeah, yeah,
We're
I'm
here
I'm just
to.
gonna I'm just gonna say what happened at the ending, cause that was quite interesting. Yeah, so Will had the advantage from there on until he won basically, and
Yeah, he just basically when it's ever 5-2, when it's 5-3, pretty easy to close out the game. So
yeah, so Will won 4-0, but in the ending, Chime did his best by, like, for example, going for the paralysis against the DD Mens and then trying to DD up on it with Flygon for a reverse sweep, but it didn't work out for him.
it didn't work out at all. Like the Mets just sat there and just
Yeah,
kill
and
things. I don't know, dude. It looked like it was not the best match. So it was not the optimal match. And Will played it pretty decently. Held on for once he had it. So he sacked his Dugtrio for Memento, using Memento, he got
Yeah, he did.
Momentum, and just kind of won. So I don't know. Lele put in work. Lele broken? Question mark. When you when you forget what terrain does, I guess so. So
Yeah,
anyway,
honestly, Will played decently, and Chine kind of choked on
trying jokes
I
just
don't know
better.
what, and but yeah, he did play good overall, except that, so I can't really blame him too much.
I don't know. I just thought like by far that was the worst battle. Just to like, that is so bad. So
No, actually, you
oh, it
didn't
wasn't the
think
worst
that was
battle.
the worst battle, because you
I
placed
just
him at
thought
15th.
that's the worst battle that I saw. Like, cause we didn't see them, so that was the worst battle. That
Yeah, true.
was painful a little bit. Just to hurt my soul to see someone make a play I would make. Ugh,
So, who
ugh.
do you want to go for next? Do you want to go with TC?
Uh, I'm going
Since the
TC.
other two teams have a huge
We'll,
gap.
we'll skip ahead to TC. We're ignoring my last, but we're on your 15th. But TC. So this is a match I don't believe we got to see.
Yeah,
So
let's say where we placed them first, though.
yeah, we played some 14th. So
Yeah, we skipped over our 15th and 16th because we placed them kind of differently, which you'll see later on.
but anyway, so we didn't get to see this match. All we know for and
No,
TD
5-0.
Clips.
5-0 loss.
Oh, it was a 5-0, so that's why it's like here. Uh, but he looked like he got clefts. He just got clefts left, I guess. That's basically what it looked like. Clef got a whole bunch of kills, so I'm assuming he got clefts left. And yeah, so that's why I don't have him dead last because I feel like he just I don't know. I don't know, dude. I was not good, but we don't see the match, so he gets a little bit of a benefit off that one.
Yeah,
So
definitely. So the way I counted TC's game was I looked at the differential, and then I thought, hey, should I place him last or closer to last? But then I came up with the idea of going from the post-draft power rankings. So as a loss, and as a pretty bad loss, I moved him down 2 spots, which actually puts him at 14th, which matched up with the volumes, and that's why he's placed there. But other than that, I agree with volume on what he said.
all right. Well, I guess we'll go to we'll skip around a bit. This is a little bit.
Uh,
We'll go to my 16th.
yeah, let's do that.
It's Acshy has him at number 12 here because of the way he did stuff. Yeah, we don't have. This was a 6-0 by A12, and it wasn't like a sweep 6-0. It looked like A12 kind of styled on him from the kills score. So, and A12's a phenomenal battler. Don't get me wrong here, but yeah, I don't know. But his team's not good. So, and he doesn't have Diggersby, which means there's no reason you should be losing to him. I don't know. I guess
He
I don't
does
know.
good
I
without
don't know how
Diggersby, man.
good Golden Centurion is. So, I believe he was a D League coach, right? So,
Yeah, Golden Centurion actually made playoffs in D League.
how far do you make it in
I
playoffs?
think he made semis or quarters. I don't know. He didn't make finals though.
Yeah. So it's probably arguably one of the weaker people in this. So
Actually, I wouldn't say so. I'd say that he's pretty close to a lot of majors coaches.
I don't know. Well, he got started on by 8-12, and I've seen people do better. So
Yeah, their title was How to Toss a Salad 101 and Get Tossed Like a Salad, which I
oh my
found
god,
pretty funny.
oh my god, 8-12 based it off that. Oh my god,
Yeah, it's hilarious.
that's some pretty classic stuff. I know you should check out their stuff.
Yeah,
Well, anywho,
definitely. Yeah,
so
check out
that
all of the
was
major coaches stuff.
yeah, strongly recommend. So moving on, I guess we're gonna go to
We can
I'm
go
at,
to
let's go to
um
Yoast. Let's go to Yoast. Let's
uh
talk about Yoast, I
sure.
guess. So I have him at number 9. So this is a bit of jumping around, but we'll stay on the first.
Yeah, and I have Joe's at 15th. Let me explain first. So with the way I did the system, I had to move A12 up because, as you've heard before, he did 6-0 Golden Centurion. And due to that, all of the coaches above him, or most of the coaches above him, had to drop down one or more spots. And due to this, Joe's was one of them, as even if he lost, the loss he had against Rob wasn't too bad. And anyways, it was against Rob, which was number
No,
2 in the
no,
post-draft
was
power
it
rankings.
Yost? It was
No,
against
Jake. Yeah, Jake. But Jake was placed pretty high on my power rankings before as well. And yeah, that's why he got moved down.
So I had him at number 9 because I just Jake was last on my post draft PR. So I don't know why I rated him so badly. To be honest, I don't think it seemed bad. So, but that's why I'm not basing mine off my post draft PRs whatsoever. 'Cause I think Jake is a phenomenal battler. He went 12-0 and phenomenal prep too. 12-0 last season. So he literally only lost one match and that was in playoffs. So it feels bad, man. But yeah. So I think Jake's super good. So that's why I put Yost at number 9 because I think it was a 2-0 match. We didn't get to see it though, but I figured like Yost is pretty good, so it must have been a close one. And Jake is just so good that I wouldn't get Yost. I wouldn't blame Yost too much here.
Yeah, definitely. Do you want to go over to Deimos now?
Yeah, sure. Let's go to Deimos. All right. So we have him. I have him at number 13, and Acshy has him at number 9.
And this is a match
So
we did see, by the way.
yeah.
So do you want me to explain how
Yeah.
it
Wait.
happened?
Okay. I remember this match now.
Okay, cool.
So he was going up against Paul. So for me, they had the best drafts, and so I was like, all right. But he just kind of got stomped. So like, yeah, it was a 4-0 stomp from Paul. So I don't know. I didn't the only like he's not that low because I don't know. Paul's super good, and I don't rate the D League coaches too highly. So yeah, that's all I have to say for that one. He looked kind of to me. He kind of looked like he got out.
Yeah,
I don't
okay.
know.
Okay, let me take, or let's take with my perspective now. So the problem I saw with this matchup between Jost
Or Paul.
and no, Paul, my bad. I freaking confused the Bartel brothers. My bad. Between Paul and Deimos was that even before the actual stomping begun, I felt like Philip had the advantage as he was able to set up rocks even if they were exchanging. And well, it later led on to him kind of getting destroyed with a exchange rate of 3-1. And yeah, so it just ended with Phillips for a win.
Yeah. So basically, they kind of traded a couple lead sheet misses and toxic misses. Not the greatest for Damos. In fairness, so that would have helped out a little bit. I'm not sure how much they would have changed. That would have changed the game. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Oh yeah, and by the way, I moved Deimos down with 5 spots, if you're wondering.
So next, we're gonna go to Hiker Toad. You have 13, right? So
Yeah, my 13th and your 10th, right?
yes, that is correct. So we didn't. Once again, this was a battle we did not get to see. So uh, I based it off once again of differential. So um, he played against Rob, and it was, I believe, a fairly close match. It was a 2-0 loss, and I'm not quite sure what happened besides that Obama Snow put in work. So yeah, that's all I really know. Um, which is not the best thing for you, but I figure like Rob's a good battler, and I don't know. I felt like he just outperformed once again, not having the replay makes me feel like he outperformed everyone else. So
I see.
yeah,
Like, yeah, I just kept Hiker's spot because I didn't even know what happened. And I couldn't really move him down because it was only a 2-0. And it was a 2-0 to one of the top teams. So we can't really make that like a bad statement for that.
yeah. All right. So now we're gonna go on
With
to
6A1 Shadow.
so you have him at number 10. I have him at number 12. Joey's battle made me sad. Just because I'm a fan of Joey, but like it's like ugh. You just they never had control the entire game. Just
Yeah, he
kind of got
never had
bashed.
control.
Like he got some kills back. It was okay, and he had some okay nice prep, but like nice things. But like for the most part, he had no answers to what Abe had, and Abe kind of just styled on him because I felt like there was almost no point in remote control on some weird switches and stuff. Just like I don't know. I don't feel like there's too much too much you can do. So that's why I have him this low. So
Yeah, okay, so I moved Joey down 2 spots. He fought Aberforth, by the way, and he
yeah.
did lose with a 3-0 to Aberforth. The match started off with what's it called Aberforth setting up hazards and Joey killing it with his Scarf Tapabulu. You get to know that it's Scarf because of the first layer of spikes getting up and the weak armor activating. And then it kind of just led to Aberforth switching into a Mon, getting a kill or two, and then getting revenge killed, and then bringing in another Mon and putting in work that way. And essentially just stomping Joey from there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was pretty bad.
This is not great. It's not optimal for Joey. Unfortunately for him, I don't know how there's other people didn't perform to standard either. So, and I felt like Abe's a good battler, so I'll give him. And his differential isn't terrible, so she got a little bit back. But I don't think there's any point where Joey was setting himself up to win. So yeah, he was on the back foot the entire time.
Yeah, so do you want to speak about DD now?
We're jumping to DD.
Yeah, your number
That's
5
it.
and my
No,
number 8.
we're skipping some people.
Yeah, because
Well, we
we'll.
didn't talk about Johnny. Let's go to Johnny first,
Ah,
just because
okay, let's do that, sure.
I have him at number 11. Actually, has him at number 7. And
Yeah.
I actually what is it? Helped. I did a scrim with I forgot what they're called, mock battle with Johnny, and it was I beat him, and I don't know. I hate Techno's team with a burning passion, so that happened. Uh, so that was not great, and that's never the best thing to have because immediately afterward he went into battle Techno, and I don't know. I just didn't feel like his prep was the best around. Like it was okay. I don't know. Like, the avenues to win small in my opinion. I don't know. I didn't like it that much. I didn't like what he brought. He would argue otherwise. I don't, but yeah, he brought the volleyball, the god. That's actually was pretty decent. But I just felt like his offensive pressure was little from that. And like I don't think Scallopy and me and Chow are reliable for put it on. And then when they're your win cons and you got like Sizer as a kind of win con, so you can I don't know. If it's just a very stally team that didn't kind of wall break too well. So and yeah, that's my opinion. And I
Yeah.
don't know.
No,
And
like, I didn't really like Johnny's prep either, but I felt like the way he played was a decent at least. Because against Tech, he kind of actually had control of the early game by U-turn spamming and then being able to kill Chandelure with a.
I don't think Tech played well either. I don't think the only reason why Johnny is this low is because once again, I don't know what happened between with Yost and Haikuta, so I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. And I know that there's a bit of a fiesta at the end of Johnny's match, and I personally played against him, so I don't know. I didn't feel like it was that great. That's why I have him this low. So, but I believe he will improve and probably do better next week. So, yeah.
So he basically kills off the Sean Lowe, the knockoff from me and Xiao. And then he gets into a bad position because the Rindo Berry on his Stunfisk gets broken. And then he kind of gets destroyed by Landoi, and he kind of can't really come back from that. And yeah, he just loses. Well, it was a pretty close match anyways, as it was a 2-0 to Techno.
Yeah, Techno was trolling at the end too, so like I don't know.
True.
But yeah, I guess I kind of want to talk about Techno just because he's my number 8 right now, and I want to jump a little bit here just because might as well talk about Techno. We're talking about Johnny, same match. So you have him at number 3,
Yeah.
because the draft thing, but yeah, I don't know. Techno, I know Techno was like trolling at the end there. He choked a little bit, but it didn't really matter. I didn't think he played the best. He felt like, don't get me wrong, he came back from an early deficit, but he didn't play the early deficit right. But I don't know. He played it right. I mean, I don't think he should have been in that situation. Maybe it was part of his master plan, but yeah, I don't know. I don't think Techno won very convincingly. So yeah, that's my opinion.
Actually, to the opposite of your thoughts, I thought the Techno played pretty well. Sure, he did have a pretty bad advantage at the start, but he was able to come back due to the energy balling circuitry breaking the Rindoberry on Stunfisk, as I mentioned earlier. And then Landoi, of course, comes in and gets 3 kills. This was kind of due to Rice Pool doubling from Scully into Mega Caesar to catch Techno off guard. But Techno just stayed in and killed it. And what you call this a pretty bad play, I'd say it was a decent play because the way Techno subbed with the circuitry on the Suicune, he actually didn't know if it had what's it called, roar, and it was kind of asleep, so the Suicune only had a 1 in 3 chance to get the roar, and it kind of happened that way. And that's kind of why it got so close in reality.
Yeah, I know, but it's like, oh, but the T-bolt was right there. The T-bolt button was right there. That's all. That's all I have to say. Is T-bolt was there. There was options. It didn't really matter too much.
Yeah,
I can't have some more.
the 4 endgame was cancerous though.
That was a battle. Oh, so maybe I'm a little bit, but yeah, no, I don't know. That was not out. All right, so
Let's take DD.
Yeah, let's go to DD. So we once again didn't see this match, so but it was a 5-0.
Yeah, it was a 5-0 win
So
to DD.
I ranked him number 5 over Will and Rob, but you have him at number 8.
Yeah, I moved him up 4 places.
So wasn't that only 3 places?
Yeah, actually. Yeah, it was only 3 places. My bad.
Alright. So, but yeah. I don't know, it's basically the same story. Clef slept, I'm not really quite sure how that happened. But at 5-0 is pretty dominating. I don't know if I should put him as high as I did. As he is a D-League coach, but I do believe he
DD's also pretty good, even
for he was runner-up though, or something like that.
No, he wasn't runner-up. He was semi-finalist.
Runner-up, semi-finalist, basically the same thing.
I really don't agree.
You got cheesed. I have no idea. I don't know. So he's high because that is pretty decent.
Yeah, he 5-0'd another DLE coach. Actually, the winner. So, yeah.
Alright, let's go. Yeah, so that's why he's better. That's why he's a god. Wait, TSC won? Oh my god. Alright, anywho. So we saw Will's match. We just about talked about it with Chime. I just feel like Chime choked. I don't know how well Will played. He held on to momentum. It was okay. It wasn't like anything too convincing. That's why I put DD Claude above him because now it's like a 5-0, so it was more convincing. So odds again, benefit of the doubt. So
Honestly, I didn't feel like Will played that well
yeah, I
because he
just felt
was
like Will just kind of
because
took advantage.
he made really obvious plays at the start, which was why his heat run was allowed to take the hidden power ground.
You don't need to switch back into Heat Tran for the rest of the game. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
So
but like it would have been nice to have it.
that would have been nice. It's like yeah, I don't know. We'll play. Will won. He did good things. It was not the best. Not the best around.
Yeah, only in the middle part of the game did he play well with the dog trio
And he
trapping
kind of just
the.
capitalized on a misplay. So.
Yeah. The only good play I'd say from Will was to trap the Nihilego with Dougie to not allow it to spam shit later, and
Yeah.
yeah, going into Blastoise against Flygon, I guess. But that's
Yeah.
an obvious play, so yeah, I can't really
I don't know.
criticize
I just think
Will.
like he just conventionally held on to that lead. That's basically what. So.
Yeah, and that's pretty good in the aspect.
Yeah. All right. So let's talk about Rob just because I have him at number 7. And you have him at number 2, but you
True.
know
Yeah, sure. Let's do that.
this is a match I believe we didn't see either. So you know,
Yeah,
it was a close match versus Hiker, so that's why I have. I don't know. It was once again better to the doubt over Techno. Everyone else had better stuff in my opinion.
I just kept Rob at the same place.
Yeah, so I don't know. We've talked about most of the winners already, so like yeah, I rated him 7. Maybe if I saw them, but I don't know.
Yeah, I rate
So that's
him.
why he's 7 because it wasn't like a stomp, and everyone else kind of did better basically. Yeah.
Yeah, I rate him second. I didn't even move him, cause yeah, why not?
All right, let's move up to Abe. Let's just hop over to Abe. We both put him at 4. It's
Yep,
because we both went at the same spot. Um, and Abe beat Shadow 3-0. Pretty
4-0,
convincing.
4-0.
Like convincingly, it was a 3-0.
Oh yeah, 3 on my bad.
Yeah, it was pretty convincing. And the reason why I have DD and Will, even though they had higher differentials, is because well, Will kind of got handed the game to him, so like it was his game to lose after the misplays, and didn't see DD's FUD, and I looked like a cleft sweep, and I'm not sure how cheesed it. So because sometimes that happens. Turn, it's over. And Abe just looked like I don't know. He just pressed buttons. Won an easy game. There's almost no opposition. Like he just kind of there's no win cons from Joey. Nothing. So like he just kind of rolled over him. Maybe he could have played for differential. Didn't really.
What I really liked about Abe's play style this week was that he was able to set up hazards at the start
Oh
and
yeah.
scout the Tapu Bulu set, and then go from there quickly and just control the game.
Oh
Uh,
wait, this is just a random thing that bugged me. Did Joey manage to lead Oris into Omastar, and that doesn't win the 1v1 matchup? If you just let something that because almost whenever you see Omastar, that's the lead. Like I don't let's the lead. It's pretty much guaranteed to be the lead. So play around that. That's all I have to say. Like
uh,
if you just let Gallade or whatever, cooked Mega Evo, fucking
yeah,
draining punch, dude. Like I don't know if the Omastar wanted to really stay on that. So then the hazards wouldn't have been up. Joey not having hazard removal probably good not to play aggressively like that and predict the hazards to start. I don't know. I felt like Abe just kind of played the telegraph start, and Joey didn't play that.
a
Didn't
few
read
things I have to mention with this game though is that Joey did switcheroo a lagging tail onto Aberforth's Victini, which did
that
stop
was the,
his kind of odd sweep, even
yeah.
though
I
Joey
don't
did
know.
have the light screen up.
That was decent. That kind of gave Joey differential, but I don't really think Joey was that game at that point. So yeah, it really is just for the differential, basically. At that point, I felt like Abe was 100% in the driver's seat. This is my criticism on Joe. This is my criticism. Not predicting that the star lose Galley or something that adds about it.
Joey,
Because like if that was a shell smash Omastar, that's game right there. So like yeah,
no,
that
actually,
shell
he
smash.
did have the what's it called?
Swatcheroo.
No, with Auroras, he had light screen, which he set up later against the Victini.
Yeah, yeah, but like I'm talking about like if that Omastar to shell smash, like light screen does Omastar shell smashes. Dude,
But then
that's
again, he did have the Scarf Blue in the back.
he did a scarf move, but so I'm pretty sure shell smashed times 2 speed on
Actually,
Omastar.
I felt like Joey's prep was pretty good, but his play wasn't that good as he allowed Abe to be in the
Yeah,
driver's seat for the whole game.
yeah, I don't know. Joey's team doesn't have momentum. You mentioned that when you PR post for FPR, but
Yeah.
yeah, that was a battle that happened. Did we talk about A12 yet? Did we seriously?
I think I
No.
no I we
We
might
actually
have.
didn't. Well, whoops. We
Oh,
probably should have talked about
oh, it's
this.
whatever. He's third in yours and 11th in mine.
Yeah. So yeah, A12 6-0. We don't have the match replay. It looks like Absol put in. Kind of got an. Nothing more I can say there. Didn't see the battle. I know A12's good. I'm not really sure how good Golden Centurion is. So maybe it was the match, and I shouldn't have this rated, but I feel like it was a pretty dominant 6-0. He got the dominant. So yeah,
It probably was a 8-12 Canf win.
I mean, like that was just an A12ing it up. So I give him credit for that. That's pretty much all I have to say. We didn't get the replay.
Yeah, if we had the replay, it would have been more interesting to rank this match as it was a 6-0.
Yeah, I
And
was
yeah,
probably gonna have to take better notes when the matches come out. But the matches come out way too late. Oh boy. All right, so we're gonna go to now Jake, my number 2. Now we got the last. So
and
Jake's number
my
2.
number 5.
Once again, we didn't see this match. He played Yost. It was a 2-0, so it wasn't like too convincing. But Yost is a good battler, so I give Jake. I thought he probably had some outplays, so I think Jake's a good battler. So I rated him number 2. So
Yeah,
that's
I
that's
just
basically
moved
my thought process.
I just moved Jacob two places because he did really well. In my opinion, he probably did better than Will did.
Yeah, definitely did better than Will because Will just like I said, Will got ahead of him.
I don't know if
Just,
I don't know if the same thing happened between Joes and Jake, but I'm really doubting it as both of them are a lot more competent players in my opinion.
yeah, and I'm also thinking, what is it? Abe played against Joey, so not the strongest of opponent, considering Joey's maybe 3-9 last season or 11. Forgetting how, or no, it's like 3-9. I think I'm not really sure how well. So Joey's not the most phenomenal battler in the world, and A12, the elite coach, I don't know, not the again not the most phenomenal battler. So I feel like Jake, I'm giving him benefits of the doubt. He's gonna do well. He did well.
Yeah, hey, I kept Jake above Will in the post-draft power rankings, so he's keeping the same spot.
And to wrap it off, we have Foul.
Yeah, fell the god at first place.
Fucking like it was a good draft. It's a good team. Like there are some misses, so I don't know how the game. I didn't think about it too much. So yeah,
honestly, I,
unfortunate.
honestly,
But
I felt like Fell played like a legend this game.
yeah,
Yeah, so
it just like kind of dominated the match. It was like yeah.
should I explain how well Fell played?
Sure, just like I mean, going into depth is kind of hard, but yeah, sure.
Yeah, so essentially what happened was it was a 3-mon against 3-mon exchange like switches, and at that point, Falop manages to set up rocks, and he's also managed to scout out the Infernape because it went for U-turn, turn 1. And then he plays flawlessly as he tries to set up a nasty plot and pass it into Celesteela on like turn 12, something like that. Something around that. And this time, Deimos brings in Skarm, gets or lets Celesteela get out of there by whirlwinding it. And then there comes a second time when Falop goes for it again, and this time he kills off the Skarmory as it's weakened.
Yeah.
But then,
It's
yeah,
forces.
it forces him to kind of be in a bad position to go for a grass move, I think. No, going into Fernape and going for the fire move, which Falop takes advantage of by going Sardex and then essentially getting like 2 kills.
Alright. Yeah.
But then he loses his sword and Dragonite tries to go for, or Dragonite comes in and Crook comes in on each team, and Crook taunts the Dragonite, not allowing him to set up, but Dragonite's actually faster, but he goes for the C move trying to predict, which was well done by Deimos as it was basically his best way to get back in the game. But it didn't really do much against Crook, and now Dragonite was taunted and couldn't set up DD if it had it. And yeah, this leads into Falop getting Alolan Ninetales in, Scarf Alolan Ninetales in against the weakened mons and just clean up the game.
Yeah, so he had a pretty commanding victory. So that's why he's number 1. Falop, best player in the CPC right now. See how it continues next week.
Yep,
Yeah.
definitely. Anyways,
So-
thanks for watching. Do you have
Yeah.
anything to add?
No, not much. I hope to see you next week. Hope I'll have a little better next week. So, and hopefully we'll be a better video next week because, when I had the replays, you can't see. Kind of hard to do PR.
And I agree.
Oh, sorry. But yeah, no, when you don't have half the replays, it's hard to do PRs. So, yeah.
Yeah, anyways, thanks for watching. We'll see y'all in week 2 with hopefully all of the replays. See you until then.